Hi. First of all, a moment's silence to the amazing forecasting abilities of our governments, which proclaimed no new cases of corona by 16th of May. Today, we are beyond 1 lakh, and curiously, on the 16th of May, we had a spike. So, every lie we tell incurs a debt to the truth. Sooner or later, the debt is paid. In times of coronavirus, every lie that has been told by career bureaucrats and politicians while handling our COVID 19 response, a debt is not only incurred, it keeps on getting added to. And it's the common people who pay that debt through their suffering blood, sweat, tears, and pain. There are basically two concerns that I have here. One, you cannot trust the governments with its data. You simply cannot. Take the case of Bengal, where the state's governor himself raised questions on the covering up of data. Back in April, the chief secretary of the state had said, everyone does not need to know everything. We are putting information which people need to know, which is rather convenient. Total number of cases? Not given. Total number of deaths? Omitted. जानकर क्या करोगे? It's bewildering. Later, the state government admitted missing out on COVID 19 cases, even accepting that they had not released reports for 3 days but claimed it was because of a very complicated reporting structure and not intentional at all. One wonders who made it so complicated though? What makes adding numbers so complicated? Unsurprisingly, this admission came after a letter from an interministerial central team which visited the state and asked the state government to be transparent and consistent in reporting figures and not downplay the spread of the virus. Listen, when bureaucrats go against bureaucrats and write a strongly worded letter, man, that's when things are really bad. You know for certain shit has hit the fan. And it's not just one state. Telangana has been recording single digit cases for numerous days, giving statements like their health minister did, saying, we hope to put coronavirus behind us by May 8th and hope to restore normalcy gradually. Which is great, except it feels a bit rushed, especially since those single digit figures were followed by massive jumps as the minister insisted there's no need to scale up tests. Perhaps nothing is more symptomatic of the problem than what Aditya Bilge, a Hyderabad resident, remarked on Twitter. When he tweeted about his uncle's demise who had tested corona positive and died on the 10th of May, while the government figures claimed there were no deaths on that day. Statistics started shrinking as we moved further into the lockdown. Earlier, there were 10 rows of information, later, only 4. The nodal websites didn't work for days on end. Every time you'll visit the website, it will say it's under construction. How can a world leader of IT services with cities named as Cyberabad, for crying out loud, under the larger banner of Digital India have the audacity to say, oops, can't do, kalana? The number of tests in the state remained dismally stagnant. It still remains so, averaging just 250 tests per day. Which brings us to our third state, Maharashtra, where the corona positivity ratio, which is the percentage of corona positive test results per test, is almost 10%, double the national average. Which means for every 100 people getting tested in Maharashtra, 10 turn out to be corona positive. Now, the government of Maharashtra says that positivity ratio is so high because they are going about the tests in a strategic manner, which opens up a ton of questions. What do you mean by strategic manner? What about other states? They are going about it in a strategic manner as well, right? Right? For sure, if we were to conduct more tests, we will find more corona positive people. Not just here in these 3 states, elsewhere as well. Concern number 2, a false sense of security. Like Macbeth, we are lulled into thinking that everything is alright. The thing is, earlier during lockdown 1, 2, and 3, which feels like a really long time ago now, earlier we had to simply follow the rule behaving as if we had the coronavirus. Everyone was supposed to be at home, testing or no testing. That was the only way to prevent the spread of coronavirus. Now, things have opened up. The current lockdown seems almost like a formality. Everything's opening up, if only during daytime, because you see, Corona is a night owl. It only infects from 7 pm to 7 am. During daytime, it's chilling. I guess it's too hot. Too hot. People are going to come into contact with each other, and chances of them getting infected will only increase. We thus need more and more and more tests, and we need to know the data so that we can act accordingly. I repeat, we need more and more tests and data. We need better health infrastructure, we need more jobs, we need more compassion. We need a lot of things. How about let's start with the easiest and perhaps the most important? The truth.